I'm trying to say this right. In business, it's irresponsible and negligent to take the profits of one business and invest it into another business. And this is common just in business, where they kind of fudge the numbers. They keep feeding in, or they no longer do their same business model, and they lower their standards. And as a result, culture goes down, finances go down, and just the brand goes down. It's a loss for everyone. If your business isn't sustainable, if the investment that you're making doesn't make sense, then you got to call it quits. Zenz has hundreds of videos on healthy organic teas and herbal remedies. To learn more, visit the website zenstea.com. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about some of the changes that we're going to make Zenz Tea House, as well as the hard lessons that you don't have to learn firsthand, learn from us in this video. Part of being an entrepreneur is knowing when to cut your losses, because entrepreneurship is filled with failures. In fact, if you don't like failure, if rejection is difficult, or even losing money, then entrepreneurship is not for you. I am actually shutting down the cafe in Norwalk. We're actually putting an end to the location in Torrance. We run about 100 events a month, not including running this cafe, the warehouse, the online orders, the wholesale accounts. We also do these like nice little tea events. And I have to be honest with myself. I have to be honest with my staff. We have a successful model, and it's not financially responsible. It's not a good business. It's actually not good for all parties, the customer included, to take the profits from one section of the company and invest it in other areas that just aren't performing. In reality, if a project isn't paying its bills, if you can't make a profit, then you got to call it quits. And that's something that every entrepreneur has to come to terms with. That's a lesson that I've learned. We've done the franchise model, and it's a lot of work. Running 100 plus events a month, and then the thousands of customers that Zenz Tea House has, and then rightly prioritizing my wholesale accounts, including the franchisees. Now, if you want the Zenz Tea House franchise model, that's still an option, but we're going to close that door as far as making that publicly advertised. If you want more information about that, email me, fernando@zenstea.com. No, we're going to focus on doing more business to business, which is part of the reason why I'm sharing this very difficult video about when to call it a loss. So I practice what I preach. If you like these videos and you think that they're authentic and real, it's because it is. Pretty much all the things that I'm writing about, it's hard lessons learned. So that's my story. I'm going to share two other stories that I just went over with this last month. One of my friends, he owns a very successful multi-generational tea company, okay? Very successful. They're closing their doors. Why? Because the business model that was successful 30 years ago is not successful today. It's just not financially sustainable. Now I'm going to tell you the most recent one. I have friends who are overseas, and they aren't rich Americans that live in LA. They can't afford some of these ventures, and they already put the money down at a deposit. They spent like half their annual budget for marketing on this project. They got to walk away because someone faulted on the deal. And in business, if you don't have the money to take the loss, then you just got to call it quits. And even if you really want to make it work and you believe in it with all your heart and all your passion, if the money's not there, it's not going to sustain. So I said this is a difficult video, and I don't think it's going to get a lot of likes. It won't be popular, but being honest isn't always popular. I hope you understand that in business, our job is to support tea entrepreneurs. Zenz Tea House's mission is helping people through the power of tea. That's still its mission, but we are changing our gears to support tea entrepreneurs and grow the tea industry. If that's something that you could be on board with or you want to see more of, please let us know in the comment below, and we'll see you in the new year.